I'm Lucas Capone.
And I'm Jack Coleman, and this is CBA Newsroom.
Today's top stories include the CBA Halloween Costume Contest, interviews with members of Pegasus, an exclusive goodbye interview with Mr. Dowd, a recap on this week's sports, and as always, the weather with Michael Paduano.
On Halloween last Monday, CBA held their annual Halloween Costume Contest in the cafeteria. Homeroom teachers sent the students with the best costumes to the cafeteria to be judged by teachers and their peers in the Student Council homeroom.
The winners were Chris Coleman as Donald Trump in the freshman class, Tom Zia as Bob Ross in the sophomore class, Ryan Tierney as Flo from Progressive in the junior class, and Matthew Markowski as Melania Trump in the senior class.
This Friday, Pegasus will hold their fall play, The Matchmaker, starring Matthew Markowski as the lead. The Newsroom went and interviewed some of the members of Pegasus this week as they prepared for another great show. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, I'm here with Caleb Avacqua, Ben Arricchetti, and Matthew Markowski. They are all in Pegasus Productions' play The Matchmaker that premieres this Friday. Guys, can you tell me what kind of role you play in this Friday's production?
I play Irene Malloy.
I'm playing Cornelius Hackle.
I play, I was going to say Benjamin Arricchetti, Horace Vandergelder.
And can you tell me who those people are? Because I know our audience doesn't know until Friday what kind of people that you portray.
Irene Malloy is a widow, and she is planning on marrying Horace Vandergelder, but takes a turn and kind of ends up with Cornelius.
My name's Cornelius. I like to party. I love adventure, and I work for this guy. And I don't like my job, and I'm going to take my friend Barnaby to New York, and we're going to have a good time.
I'll just take the mic. I play Horace Vandergelder again, and he's a wealthy merchant that lives in Yonkers who is abusive to everyone he loves, but he's got a sweet side at the same time.
Okay, guys, who inspires you as actors to do what you do?
My biggest inspiration is probably Barbara Streisand.
I inspired me.
Melissa McCarthy.
Okay, thank you. And if you guys had to leave the audience with one message of why to come to your play on Friday, what would it be?
I'd say come see The Matchmaker because it's an awesome show about adventure and the empowerment of women.
I would say come see The Matchmaker because I have to be here till 8 o'clock every day this week, and if you don't come, then it was all for nothing.
Ditto.
All right, thank you. Mr. Dowd, the head of the English department and a fantastic English teacher for freshmen, sophomores, and seniors, left CBA this past Friday to continue his career as the vice principal down in Lacey Township. Coleman and I had an exclusive interview with him on his final day to talk about his life and time here at CBA. Take a look.
What would you miss the most about CBA?
There's a lot. I think the thing that really comes to mind is the students. You know, whenever this place is talked about, and most of the time it's talked about very positively, I think that we do a lot of things very well. We have some really great teachers. We have a great curriculum. We have an administration that supports the teachers and moves everything forward. But it's the students. It's you guys. You're fantastic, and you perpetuate the level of expectation. You know, you as a community want students to be involved. You want students to have a good experience here, and so that's the best part, and it makes this job pretty easy.
All right, if you can leave the students with one final message, what would it be?
Yeah, this is I talk about this a lot in class, and something that I really believe, and I think that it's that there's a path that's kind of laid out for you, and it's one that's well traveled, it's safe, and that's okay. But I would like to see students just make sure that they're making real life choices about who they are and who they want to be when they go out into the world.
And lastly, given the opportunity to come back here sometime in the future, what kind of role would you like to have?
Being an English teacher here is pretty great. You know, you can't top teaching here. You really can't. And so, you know, in the future, coming back and talking about American literature again sounds pretty good.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dowd.
Thanks, guys.
The soccer team won their first two state games this week against St. John Vianney and St. Joe's Metuchen. They won 3-1 against St. John Vianney and won with the score of 2-1 against St. Joe's Metuchen. They look to keep this streak alive against St. Augustine on Thursday night down in Voorhees.
If you consider yourself a cold crazy, head down to the game.
Now time for our latest forecast with our weatherman, Michael Paduano.
Hello, I'm right now on CBA's campus. It's a beautiful fall day. Temperatures today are supposed to be in about the mid-50s, some rain showers in the afternoon, but mostly throughout the week it's going to be partly cloudy, mostly sunny, highs in the mid-50s to the lower 60s. The only exception to that, Sunday, it might get as low as about 45. It's going to be very cold, maybe our first freeze of the year, but other than that, it's going to be a beautiful fall week, and just get ready for a very snowy and cold winter. Reporting live from CBA's campus, I'm Michael Padawan of CBA Newsroom.
As always, thanks for watching.
See you next week.